In this video, I am revealing 10 Australian foods that do not just keep you healthy. They actively improve how your body functions at the cellular level. From rebuilding your gut lining to protecting your brain from decline, these are not marketing claims. They are backed by peer-reviewed research. Stay until the end because number 1 costs almost nothing, and it is probably sitting in your pantry right now. Let us start with number 10, but before that, hit subscribe and the notification bell if you want more science-backed guides on Australian health foods. Now onto the 10 foods that actually deliver. Number 10. Australian macadamias. Most people think of macadamias as an indulgent treat. The science says otherwise. These nuts contain the highest concentration of monounsaturated fat of any nut on Earth. But here is what makes them special. Macadamias contain palmitoleic acid, a rare omega-7 fatty acid that most foods simply do not have. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition found that palmitoleic acid signals your body to burn fat more efficiently. It improves insulin sensitivity and reduces inflammatory markers in your blood vessels. Your metabolism literally runs better when you eat these regularly. The monounsaturated fats in macadamias also significantly reduce LDL cholesterol. One study showed participants who ate macadamias daily lowered their bad cholesterol by 5% within just 5 weeks. That is meaningful cardiovascular protection from a handful of nuts. Australia produces around 30% of the world's macadamias. Queensland and northern New South Wales provide ideal growing conditions. This means Australian macadamias are fresher than imported varieties because they spend less time between harvest and your shopping trolley. You will find them at Coles, Woolworths, and Aldi. Brands like Macadamias Australia and Queensland Nut Farms offer quality options. Around 30 grams daily, about 15 nuts, provides optimal benefits. Yes, they cost more than peanuts. The metabolic improvements justify every cent. But if macadamias optimize your metabolism, this next food rebuilds your gut from the inside out. Number 9. Jalna Australian Natural Yogurt. Your gut contains trillions of bacteria that control far more than digestion. They influence your immune system, your mood, your skin clarity, and even how fast you age. Feeding these bacteria properly is one of the most important things you can do for your health. Jalna yogurt contains live lactobacillus and bifidobacterium strains that actually colonize your gut. These are not dead cultures that pass straight through. They establish themselves and get to work. Once there, they produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate that repair your intestinal lining and reduce inflammation throughout your body. Clinical research shows regular consumption of live culture yogurt reduces systemic inflammation. It improves insulin sensitivity. It strengthens your gut barrier against pathogens. One study found yogurt consumers had a significantly lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes compared to non-consumers. Jalna is Australian-owned and made in Victoria using milk from local dairy farms. They have been producing yogurt since 1950. The plain pot set variety contains no added sugar and delivers around 10 grams of protein per serve. That protein keeps you full while the cultures rebuild your gut. Look for the pot set varieties in the refrigerated section. Around 200 grams daily provides optimal probiotic benefits. At roughly $4 per 500 gram tub, this is affordable gut health that actually works. But while yogurt populates your gut with good bacteria, this next food feeds them exactly what they need to thrive. Number 8. Uncle Toby's rolled oats. There is a reason oats have sustained humans for thousands of years. They contain a soluble fibre called beta-glucan that does something remarkable in your digestive system. When you eat oats, the beta-glucan forms a gel that slows glucose absorption and binds to cholesterol. Your blood sugar stays stable. Your cholesterol levels drop. The European Food Safety Authority has approved specific health claims for beta-glucan because the research is so strong. Studies show consuming 3 grams of beta-glucan daily reduces LDL cholesterol by 5 to 10%. One bowl of porridge provides roughly half that amount. But here is where oats become extraordinary. That beta-glucan ferments in your large intestine, feeding the beneficial bacteria that live there. This fermentation produces butyrate, the same compound that repairs your gut lining. Oats are simultaneously a prebiotic and a cholesterol treatment in one simple food. Uncle Toby's sources oats from Australian farms and has been an Australian household name for over 100 years. The rolled oats retain more fibre and have a lower glycemic index than quick or instant varieties. Your blood sugar stays steady throughout the morning instead of spiking and crashing. A 1 kilogram bag costs around $4 to $5 and provides roughly 20 serves. That is less than 25 cents per breakfast for clinically proven cholesterol and gut health benefits. You will find Uncle Toby's at every major supermarket in Australia. Oats feed your gut bacteria, but this next food provides the healthy fats that every cell membrane in your body desperately needs. Number 7. Cobra Mustard. Extra virgin olive oil. Here is something that should concern you. Research from the University of California, Davis found that approximately 70% of imported extra virgin olive oils failed to meet quality standards. Many were diluted with cheaper oils or had gone rancid before reaching the shelf. The polyphenols that make olive oil healthy had already degraded. This is why buying Australian olive oil matters. Cobra Mustard is Australia's largest producer, processing olives within hours of harvest at their Victorian facilities. That freshness preserves the polyphenols, particularly one called oleocanthal that makes quality olive oil sting the back of your throat. Oleocanthal inhibits the same inflammatory enzymes that ibuprofen targets. Researchers discovered this when they noticed fresh olive oil caused the same throat sensation as the anti-inflammatory medication. You are essentially consuming natural anti-inflammatory medicine with every drizzle. But oleocanthal is just the beginning. The polyphenols in fresh olive oil protect your LDL cholesterol from oxidation. Oxidized LDL is what actually causes arterial plaque. Regular olive oil consumption prevents that oxidation from happening in the first place. Look for bottles with harvest dates to ensure freshness. Store it away from heat and light. 2 tablespoons daily provides optimal anti-inflammatory benefits. At around $12 to $15 per 750 milliliters, Cobra Mustard is premium olive oil at a reasonable price. Olive oil protects your arteries from inflammation, but this next food actively repairs the circulation system itself. Number 6. Australian beetroot. Beetroot contains something called dietary nitrates. Not the concerning nitrates in processed meat, but natural plant compounds your body converts into nitric oxide. This molecule dilates your blood vessels and improves blood flow throughout your entire body. Scientists studying older adults found that those who consumed beetroot juice showed significantly improved blood flow to the frontal lobe. That is the area of your brain responsible for decision-making, working memory, and executive function. Better blood flow means more oxygen reaching your brain cells. Your brain literally works better, but circulation benefits extend beyond cognition. As we age, blood vessels naturally stiffen and blood pressure tends to rise. Research shows beetroot consumption counteracts both processes. Studies found measurable blood pressure reductions within just 2 weeks of regular consumption. The deep red color comes from compounds called betalains. These provide additional anti-inflammatory protection and support liver detoxification. You are getting vascular benefits and liver support from the same vegetable. Fresh Australian beetroot is available at all major supermarkets. Love Beets offers convenient pre-cooked options that are grown and packaged in Australia. 1 medium beetroot daily or half a cup of beetroot juice provides the nitrate levels used in clinical studies. Beetroot improves circulation to your brain, but this next food directly protects brain cells from damage. Number 5. Australian walnuts. Walnuts are the only nut rich in alpha-linolenic acid, the plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. Your body converts ALA into compounds that reduce inflammation specifically in brain tissue. But walnuts deliver something most omega-3 sources cannot: a unique combination of fatty acids and polyphenols that work together. Long-term studies tracking thousands of participants found that regular walnut consumers had significantly slower cognitive aging. They maintained memory and processing speed well into their 70s and 80s, while non-consumers declined. The effect was not subtle. It was measurable and consistent. The polyphenols in walnuts cross the blood-brain barrier. This is crucial because many antioxidants cannot reach your brain cells. Walnut compounds can. Once there, they reduce oxidative stress on neurons and support the growth of new neural connections. Australian walnuts are primarily grown in the Riverina region of New South Wales and in Victoria. The climate provides ideal growing conditions that produce nutrient-dense nuts, as you will find them in the baking aisle or snack section at Coles and Woolworths. A small handful daily, about 30 grams or roughly 14 walnut halves, delivers the benefits shown in research. No preparation required. Just grab a handful and eat. That simplicity makes walnuts one of the most practical brain-protecting foods available. Walnuts protect your brain with plant-based omega-3s, but this next protein source delivers the most powerful forms your body can use directly. Number 4. Safcol Australian sardines. Here is what most people do not understand about omega-3 fatty acids. The plant-based form, ALA, requires conversion by your body into EPA and DHA. That conversion is inefficient. Only about 5 to 10% of ALA actually becomes the active forms your cells need. Sardines skip that problem entirely. They contain EPA and DHA directly. These fatty acids incorporate straight into your cell membranes without any conversion required. Your cells become more flexible, more responsive, and better at communicating with each other. This affects everything from brain function to inflammatory response. The Heart Foundation recommends 2 to 3 serves of oily fish weekly for cardiovascular health. Research shows EPA and DHA reduce triglycerides, lower blood pressure, and decrease the risk of abnormal heart rhythms. The evidence is so strong that fish oil is sometimes prescribed as medication. Because sardines are small fish low on the food chain, they accumulate far less mercury than larger species like tuna or swordfish. You get the omega-3 benefits without the heavy metal concerns that limit how much larger fish you should eat. Safcol sources their sardines from Australian waters and offers Marine Stewardship Council certified options. A tin costs around $3 to $4 and provides a complete serve of oily fish. That is pharmaceutical grade omega-3 nutrition for the price of a coffee. Sardines deliver omega-3s directly, but this next food provides the complete protein your body needs to repair itself. Number 3. Australian free-range eggs. For decades, eggs were wrongly blamed for heart disease because they contain cholesterol. Modern research has thoroughly debunked this. Dietary cholesterol has minimal impact on blood cholesterol for most people. What eggs actually provide is extraordinary nutrition. The secret weapon is choline, concentrated in the yolk. Choline is essential for producing acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter critical for memory, learning, and cognitive performance. Research shows people with higher choline intake maintain better cognitive function as they age. Low choline is linked to cognitive decline and poor brain health. But eggs contain another hidden benefit. The yolks are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, carotenoids that accumulate in your retina and skin. They act like internal sunglasses, filtering blue light and preventing cellular damage. Studies found regular egg consumption improved skin hydration and reduced UV sensitivity. Eggs also deliver complete protein, meaning all 9 essential amino acids your body cannot make on its own. At roughly 6 grams of protein per egg, they are one of the most affordable protein sources in the supermarket. 2 eggs cost less than 70 cents and provide substantial nutrition. Look for free-range or pasture-raised options from brands like Pace Farm, Manning Valley, or Farm Pride. These eggs come from hens with genuine outdoor access and typically have higher nutrient density. A dozen costs around $6 to $8 at major supermarkets. Eggs build your brain and protect your eyes, but this next food does something extraordinary to your body's master inflammation switch. Number 2. Fresh turmeric root. Turmeric has been used in Ayurvedic medicine for over 4,000 years. Modern science finally explains why it works. The active compound is curcumin, one of the most studied natural anti-inflammatories on Earth. Curcumin blocks nuclear factor kappa B, often called the master switch of inflammation. This protein complex controls inflammatory responses throughout your entire body. When it is constantly activated, it drives heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and accelerated aging. Curcumin turns that switch off, but here is where turmeric becomes remarkable. Curcumin also boosts brain-derived neurotrophic factor, the protein that keeps your neurons flexible and able to form new connections. BDNF naturally declines with age. Higher levels are associated with better memory, improved mood, and delayed cognitive decline. There is a critical detail most people miss. Curcumin is poorly absorbed on its own. Your body eliminates it before it can work. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine that increases curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. Always combine turmeric with black pepper. A fresh turmeric root is increasingly available at Australian supermarkets. You will find it near the ginger in the produce section. Ground turmeric powder works well and is available in every spice aisle. Use it in curries, golden milk, scrambled eggs, or smoothies. 1 teaspoon daily with black pepper and a source of fat provides optimal benefits. Turmeric turns off your body's inflammation switch, but the number 1 food on this list does something even more fundamental. It provides the cellular building blocks that every other food needs to work properly, and it probably cost you $5 last week. Number 1. Wheat Bix. This might surprise you. After researching hundreds of foods and examining the scientific literature, the single healthiest everyday food in Australian supermarkets is something your grandparents probably ate. Wheat Bix has been an Australian breakfast staple since 1928, and the science explains why it deserves that status. Every food on this list works better when your foundational nutrition is solid. Your mitochondria, the power generators inside every cell, need B vitamins to produce energy. Without adequate B vitamins, your cells cannot efficiently convert food into ATP, the energy currency that powers every biological process. Wheat Bix delivers these B vitamins in every serve. Each biscuit is 97% whole grain wheat. Research published in the British Medical Journal found that people eating 3 serves of whole grains daily had a 20 to 30% lower risk of cardiovascular disease. The fibre in whole grains feeds beneficial gut bacteria, regulates blood sugar, and supports healthy cholesterol levels. But here is what makes Wheat Bix exceptional. 2 biscuits contain just 1.5 grams of sugar. No artificial colours. No preservatives. No emulsifiers. The ingredient list is remarkably short for a packaged food. The 5-star health rating is genuinely deserved, not the result of clever formulation tricks. The iron fortification supports oxygen transport to every tissue in your body. The B vitamins support energy production, nervous system function, and cellular repair. The fibre keeps your digestive system running smoothly. All of this costs roughly 20 cents per serve. Sanitarium has been Australian owned and operated since 1898. They manufacture wheat Bix right here in Australia using Australian wheat. When you buy wheat Bix, you are supporting Australian manufacturing and Australian farmers. A 750 gram box costs around $5 and provides approximately 3 weeks of breakfast. Compare that to expensive superfood powders and supplements that deliver far less nutrition per dollar. The unsexy truth about health is that basics done consistently outperform exotic alternatives every time. The healthiest diet is not about rare superfoods flown in from distant countries. It is about Australian whole foods eaten consistently. Every item on this list is available at your local supermarket right now. If you found this helpful, click the video on screen for more science-backed guides to Australian health foods and products.